Hi everyone, I'm Shari Steinbach, registered dietitian with Michigan Apples. And like a lot of you, I've been doing a lot of home cooking lately. And one of my go-to ingredients is, of course, Michigan apples, because not only do they add a lot of flavor to meals, but they add a lot of nutrition as well. And one bag of Michigan apples will keep in the refrigerator for up to 2 months, so nothing's going to go to waste. You're going to be sure to use them, maybe not only as snacks, but of course on recipe ingredients. And I want to show you some recipes right now, a couple of my new favorites. So first of all, apples can go with anything. They can go in salads, they can go in soups, they can go in stews. And I've got a salad and a stew to show you today. So come on over to the stove. I want to show you what I have cooking here. We started with about 2 cups of butternut squash, and you can see it's nice and brown and caramelized. I've also got some onions in there, about a 1/4 cup of red onions and a little bit of minced garlic. And what I'm going to do is just grab a plate of prepared greens here, and we're going to put about 1/4 of that mixture right on top of our greens. So again, this makes 4 hearty salads. So just divide that up. And it's still warm, which is really nice. It will wilt those greens just a little bit. So on top of that, what we're going to add is a little bit of crumbled goat cheese. Really nice flavor there. We're going to add some dried cranberries to this. And then we're going to add some chopped walnuts. And of course, our Michigan apples. And what I've got here, I've got some Honeycrisp apples that I'm using today that add a really nice crunch and flavor to this salad. And then I would just add a little bit of a light balsamic vinaigrette to that. And that in and of itself can be a whole meal. It's pretty hearty. But if you want to go to the store and make your dinner super easy, you could just add a rotisserie chicken to it or a baguette of whole grain bread, and you are done with that meal. Now our next meal, I want to show you how to make a really neat stew, really good stew and flavorful stew with Michigan apples. So what we've done is we've taken about 1.5 pounds of lean stew meat that's cut into cubes. I've also got 2 medium sweet potatoes in there that we've cut up, and I've got 2 Jonagold apples that I've used in this stew. And there's some beef broth in there, but what really makes it flavorful along with the apples is we've got some toasted cumin seed, and I've got some allspice, which is interesting, and some thyme. And this, again, the smell is just wonderful. So let's dish some of that up into a bowl. And this cooks about 8 hours on low or 4 hours on high. So depending on what your day looks like, you can adjust it. Some of the apples break down, and I forgot to mention, not only is there apples chopped up in here, but there's also some Michigan apple juice concentrate in here to even pump up the flavor even more. So there is our spiced beef and apple stew. Again, maybe you just use a box mix to make some corn muffins with that, and you've got a really simple home meal. Again, perfect for those cold winter days that are coming up. So these recipes and more can be found at michiganapples.com. Get your bag of apples, keep it in the refrigerator the coming weeks and months, and you'll always have an ingredient to have some healthy, delicious home cooking with Michigan apples.